Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope all is well. If you're new here, I am LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. And if you're returning, welcome back, so family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what messages need to come through for our greatest and highest good, for us to reach our fullest potential. Only messages from our guides who seek to help us become our greatest version. Only the truth, nothing but the truth. Not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear the most. I know it's a different setup here, but I ended up being earlier to work than anticipated, so here we are. This one almost jumped out. Temperance. So we have temperance here. What is it that you feel you need to bring more patience and awareness to? What is it that needs to be healed? You may have had a dream or some kind of intuitive nudge, or a epiphany, like aha moment, about something that you need to bring more patience and love and compassion to. I'm seeing that this could be some kind of like inner work that you have been doing recently. Let's see what else we have. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So, okay. For some of you, it's been difficult to make some kind of decision when it comes to something in your life. I don't know if this is making a move, working towards a new job, letting go of something, or I'm also seeing working on finances and solidifying your priorities. It has been something that will take time. Let's see what else. You do have a lot of options available to you, but what I'm seeing here is that you feel like none of these options are in alignment with your truth, and so they're not worth taking. Is something that I'm seeing here. Some of you are refusing to do the inner work, and some of you have acknowledged what needs to be done, but are still struggling being patient with yourself and kind to yourself, in understanding that it takes time to heal. It's okay. Definitely you want to be patient and kind to yourself. Okay. I heard this one. So we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So we have two twos, and both of them are in reverse, and twos can symbolize decisions. Things are feeling out of balance here. For some of you, this is in regards to finances and career. So if you've been thinking about creating like starting to budget better, we have Ace of Swords. I'm seeing that this budgeting that you start to do is something that will definitely help you. If you live below your means, so let's say you make a certain amount and you're the type of person, you pay your bills first, you save a little, and you put a little bit aside to spend on what it is that you want. I'm seeing this working well for you, but if you budget more precisely, like with more concrete numbers, and you stick to it, then you will see that you're able to get what you need and what you want better without living paycheck to paycheck. Now, if you live below your means, meaning that you're not spending more than what you have, then the good thing is you wouldn't have to work so much. The thing is, a lot of people end up having to work so much because they put so much on their plate, whether it's a mortgage and they have bills, they have school, they have a lot of things to pay. The less debt that you have, the less bills that you have, means the more that you can save and the less you have to work. So for example, if you're somebody who loves being bougie, maybe cutting back a little bit every here and there is something that will definitely help you. Let's say you hate working. I don't know anyone who's like, I love work, yay, let's go to work. You know, the older you get, the more of a chore it is. Despite whether it's something that you love or not, it's going to have ups and downs, just like life. But yeah, so if you live below your means, then you wouldn't have to work so much. People who have more bills to pay, more debt, are gonna have to work more so that they can make more, so that they can have more money to pay these things off. Okay, so I'm seeing with some of you, there's this kind of like situation where you may not be wanting to deal with this, may not wanting to face this fact that maybe you're living above your means. Maybe you're so exhausted all the time and you're wondering why. Like, why do you feel that like you're not moving in life or you're not getting anywhere? Why is it that you're still living paycheck to paycheck even though you went from part-time to full-time, from having one job to two jobs, or whatever the case is here? There's this need to be honest with yourself. This number 12 is sticking out to me like very much so. So I'm not sure if you're seeing 1212 or 2121, or there's something here about the number 12. Interesting, I heard District 12. Okay. I'm hearing 12 years ago, or at 12 years old, there may have been something significant. Maybe some kind of idea that you had around that time, or maybe there is some kind of shift in your perspective about something around that time. Maybe when you were 21, maybe your birthday lands on the 12th, or in December. Some of you are holding on so strongly to something that maybe needs to be let go. Maybe this obstacle that you're facing in life is because you are refusing to let go of something or creating some kind of change. There's a lot of imbalance and indecision here. So when we are being patient with ourselves, when we are being kind to ourselves and allowing ourselves the time and the space to heal, to like delve deeper, to work on certain things, it's important for us to give ourselves that time and that space. But we also have to make sure that we are using that time and space wisely. That we're not just like, okay, I need this time to like hermit and that's it, and then not doing anything in the moment with that time that you do have. Okay, so use your time wisely. If you need to update your resume, do it. What is it that you were dreaming of since you were younger? Usually something that is a big, strong desire for us, or kind of an indication of something that we may be meant to do in life. Usually it kind of stems back to our childhood. There may have been this feeling that we had since we were younger about something we wanted to do. So if you had some kind of passion when you were little and you're like, I want to do this or I want to do that, and it's not anything that's forced upon you, it's not something that your parents try and make you want to do, it's not something that society or your teachers put upon you, it's just something, I saw 1111. It's just something that you naturally feel drawn to. Usually, when people don't know what they want, if they think back to their childhood, they'll see, you know what, this is something that I felt was important to me, something that I really wanted to do. And as we get older, sometimes we push away certain things, or we have less time, less energy to manifest these things, such as creative projects, etc. So for example, if you were that kid that would always be drawing, I saw 1155 by the way. If you were that kid who would always be drawing, and you grew up and you have days where you're like, man, I want to draw again, but you know, it'll be hard for me, it'll take long for me to pick it up again, or you know, whatever excuses that you put to it, put that aside. If you have that feeling, you know what, I want to do this, I saw 1222, and it's going to be different for everybody, then there's a reason why you feel called to it. And that doesn't mean you have to do that as your career, but that may mean that this is something that you want to do as a hobby, just as something that you can be creative and express yourself. And that's really important. So this next card is the Empress. Be kind to yourself. It's like, from the first card, I saw 1313, and it seemed like it was there for a moment. You know, have you ever looked at the clock and you see a certain time, like a synchronistic time, and it feels like it's staying there a little longer than all the other times that you might look up at the clock? So 13 is the number of the death card, which is about change and transformation. But as I was going to say, the first card and the last card are cards in this here that feel hopeful, compassionate, loving, and understanding, versus these cards that are in the center of these last cards are feeling blocked, is what I'm seeing here. So again, I'm seeing some of you are trying to heed the call, work towards that. And with the Empress here, it's saying like to remember that you are a creator. Every single person is a creator. You can create whether you're a man or a woman or whatever. When you feel like you want to create something, then what are you waiting for? Now is the best time to do so. I saw 1441. The Empress is loving, compassionate, understanding. The Empress is the mother, but not in a toxic way. I'm seeing Venus. So I don't know if any of you work with the goddess Venus or Aphrodite. I'm seeing Venus energy. And then I felt Lucifer energy. Okay, we have the King of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing shells and I'm seeing water. Interesting. I don't know if you work with Isis either. I'm seeing this here and it's reminding me of Isis. So I don't know if you work with Isis. Lilith. I'm seeing different like goddess energies. I heard Persephone. Alright. Hecate. Okay, so King of Wands in reverse. There's an imbalance when it comes to expressing yourself. That's what I'm seeing here, if this is resonating with you. But it's time to get out of the slump. It's time to bring yourself out of it. Stop putting so much, like let's say, for example, if you're the type of person who wants to create a side hustle out of your hobby, stop thinking about it so much as like, I need to get good, I need to be better, that way I could start selling my art, or whatever the case is. Just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Don't make it a chore to learn and develop your skills, because then you're going to resent that passion. It's going to become less of a passion and more of a chore. Whether that's music or art or, you know, whatever it is. Allow yourself to ignite and to keep lit the fire within you. And in order to do that, you have to have patience. You have to understand it takes time to build and develop skills. 7 of Wands. Some of you are afraid to start before you even try. I see 17 here. So, and then there's 25, which equates to 7. So 2 and 5 make 7. 777 may be significant to you. Some of you stop before you begin because you judge yourself too harshly and you're too afraid to let go. You're too afraid to put your work out there because you're afraid of what other people may think. And some of you don't care what other people think, but you care too much about what it is for you. I hope that makes sense. So some of you don't care what other people think about it. You just judge yourself too harshly. And if you don't care what other people think, why are you so harsh on yourself? And I know it's easier said than done. I'm seeing like perfectionism type of energy here, but that's only going to hold you back. It's good to have a detail-oriented approach to things, but when it comes to creativity, you don't want to have so much of a rigid, it has to be this way, or it's wrong, or it's ugly, and I'm gonna crumble it up and throw it away. Like, maybe create your own private portfolio. Even if it's a bunch of art that's never finished, you can always be re-inspired by something that you started, and you can finish it in the future. You want to see how far you've come, then you have to save like what you have, what you started with. Oh, all right. So we have here the 6 of Swords. Yes. So you want to move forward, then move forward. Stop trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. It doesn't matter what you're into. It doesn't matter how long you've been into it. I know that there are teenagers and kids that are these amazing artists, and we might look at ourselves in our 20s or 30s or whatever higher. That's like, wow, Like, this kid is a better artist than I am. So what? It's not that they're necessarily better, it's just that their art is different. There are some paintings that have gone for so much money and it looks like somebody just splattered paint on it, on the canvas. You need to put the value, you need to realize the value is that you're expressing yourself. And there's no monetary value that somebody can truly put on that. And if you're struggling to find a price point for your art, then really think about it. Be fair, but also remember that it took you time and it took you energy. So don't be afraid to charge for your art. Is another thing that I'm seeing, whether you're a healer or this is, certain art projects or anything. But yes, I'm seeing, stop being so afraid of failure. It's holding you back. Just express yourself and be patient with yourself. Be diligent. Live below your means. Save more. If you want to work less, then spend less. Okay, and I understand this is gonna be different for everybody. I'm gonna have to go soon, so let's see if it doesn't cut off. 8 of Wands in reverse is there's a lot of stagnancy. There's a lot of stagnancy, and perhaps if some of you may be afraid to put yourself out there is also something that I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and let you go. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this brought some clarity and perspective to your situation. If you're interested in private reading, please let me know. Information, disclaimers, and decks are always in the description box. If you need to or want to have a look, please do so. All right, love you guys. Take care, and I hope to see you around. Bye.